Breaking right now, Israel just killed Iran's intelligence minister, Esmail Khatib, the man who controlled Iran's spy network, who ran operations across the Middle East, who coordinated with Hezbollah and Hamas, who tracked Israeli agents inside Iran, is dead, killed in an airstrike on his convoy in western Tehran at 4 a.m. this morning, and he is not alone. Ali Larijani, secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, was killed yesterday, March 17th, targeted while attending a security meeting in northern Tehran. His car hit by a precision-guided missile that turned the vehicle into a fireball. And before Larijani died yesterday, Gholam Reza Soleimani, commander of Iran's Basij militia force, was killed the same day, March 17th, targeted at his headquarters in central Tehran. A bunker-buster bomb penetrated 3 floors of reinforced concrete and killed him instantly. 3 of Iran's most senior security officials, all dead within 24 hours. This is not random targeting. This is systematic decapitation. Israel is hunting Iran's leadership one by one, and they are accelerating. Because day 19 of this war is when Israel stopped trying to destroy Iran's military and started trying to destroy Iran's ability to govern. Every minister, every general, every commander, every official with decision-making power, Israel is killing them all, and Iran cannot replace them fast enough. Let me explain why these 3 deaths in 24 hours change everything, not just militarily, but politically. Because when a country loses its intelligence minister, its security council secretary, and its militia commander in one day, that country is no longer fighting a war. It is fighting for survival. And the decisions made by leaders who believe they are about to die are the most dangerous decisions in history. Start with Esmail Khatib, because understanding who he was explains why his death is catastrophic for Iran. Khatib was not a figurehead. He was the operational brain of Iran's intelligence apparatus. Appointed intelligence minister in 2021 by President Raisi, a hardcore IRGC loyalist who spent 3 decades in Iran's Ministry of Intelligence and Security, known by its Persian acronym MOIS. Khatib ran Iran's spy networks in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, and the Gulf states. He coordinated with Hezbollah's intelligence division. He oversaw Iranian operatives embedded in European capitals. He tracked Israeli Mossad agents operating inside Iran. He controlled the flow of intelligence that kept Iran's proxy forces operational across the region, and now he is dead. The airstrike happened at 4:17 a.m. Tehran time. Khatib was traveling in a 3-vehicle convoy from a secure government facility in western Tehran to another location. Israeli intelligence had been tracking his movements for days. Signals, intercepts, satellite surveillance, human sources inside Iran's security apparatus. When his convoy entered an isolated stretch of road, 2 Israeli F-35 stealth fighters flying over Tehran released precision-guided munitions. The first missile hit the lead vehicle. Security detail killed instantly. The second missile hit Khatib's armored SUV. Direct impact. The vehicle exploded. Khatib and 2 aides died on impact. The third vehicle tried to flee but was struck by a third missile. No survivors. Iranian emergency services arrived 20 minutes later. Nothing left but burning wreckage. Iranian state media reported the death at 11 a.m., 7 hours after the strike. The delay was because officials were confirming whether Khatib had actually died. They hoped he survived. He did not. His death was announced with a terse statement. Esmail Khatib, intelligence minister, was martyred in a terrorist attack by the Zionist regime. The nation mourns a great servant. That is code for, we have no idea how to replace him. Now let me tell you about Ali Larijani, because his death yesterday was just as devastating. Larijani was secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, the body that coordinates all national security policy. Former parliament speaker, former nuclear negotiator, a man with decades of experience navigating Iranian politics. Larijani was not a hardliner like Khatib. He was a pragmatist, someone who believed Iran could negotiate with the West, someone who wanted to avoid total war. And Israel killed him anyway, because Israel is not distinguishing between hardliners and pragmatists. Israel is killing everyone. The strike on Larijani happened at 2 p.m. Tehran time on March 17th. He was attending a Security Council meeting in a government building in northern Tehran. Israeli intelligence knew about the meeting. They knew the location. They knew the attendees. And they decided to strike. An Israeli missile penetrated the building and exploded on the floor where the meeting was taking place. Larijani was killed instantly. 3 other officials died with him. Iranian media reported that the building was partially destroyed and that several martyrs were lost. But they did not name Larijani until hours later, because admitting that the secretary of the Supreme National Security Council was killed in a meeting about national security is humiliating beyond words. And before Larijani died, Israel killed Gholam Reza Soleimani, not to be confused with Qasem Soleimani, the legendary IRGC Quds Force commander killed by a U.S. drone strike in 2020. Gholam Reza Soleimani was commander of the Basij militia, a paramilitary force of volunteers loyal to the supreme leader. The Basij are the regime's enforcers. They crush protests. They suppress dissent. They mobilize during wars to defend Iranian cities. Gholam Reza Soleimani commanded over 600,000 Basij members, and he was killed at his headquarters in central Tehran on March 17th. A massive bunker-buster bomb penetrated his command center. The explosion was so large it shook buildings a mile away. Soleimani and everyone in the facility died. 3 leaders, 3 critical security positions, all dead within 24 hours. This is not attrition. This is annihilation. And it exposes a fundamental weakness in how Iran is fighting this war. Because every time Israel kills a senior Iranian official, Iran has to replace them. And replacements are never as experienced, never as connected, never as effective. Iran is running out of people who know how to run a government at war. The intelligence minister who tracked Israeli agents is gone. The Security Council secretary who coordinated policy is gone. The Basij commander who mobilized militias is gone. And the new people stepping into these roles, they are overwhelmed, inexperienced, and terrified that they are next. Because they are, Israeli intelligence has a list, and they are working through it methodically. Here is how Israeli operations work. It is not random, it is systematic. Israeli intelligence identifies high-value targets. Ministers, generals, security chiefs, anyone with decision-making authority. They track these individuals using signals intelligence, satellite surveillance, and human sources inside Iran. They wait until the target moves to a location that can be struck without excessive collateral damage. Then they authorize the strike. 2 F-35 fighters, precision-guided munitions, strike complete in under 60 seconds, and the target is dead. Israel has now killed over 30 senior Iranian officials since this war began on February 28th. That is more than 1 per day. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, dead. IRGC Quds Force Commander Esmail Khatib, dead. IRGC Ground Forces Commander Mohammad Pakpour, dead. Supreme National Security Council Secretary Ali Shamkhani, dead. Chief of General Staff Mohammad Bagheri, dead. And now Khatib, Larijani, and Gholam Reza Soleimani, all dead. Iran's entire command structure is being systematically eliminated. And the replacements are not surviving long enough to matter. But here's the part that should terrify everyone watching this war. Iran knows it is losing.